The village nestled at the foot of the mountain. It was a place forgotten by time, shrouded in perpetual twilight by the looming peak. The villagers lived simple lives, their days filled with toil and their nights with whispered tales. These were not stories of heroism or love, but of the darkness that lay hidden in their midst. Deep within the forest, veiled by ancient trees and thick vines, lay a pit. It was a gaping maw in the earth, black and bottomless, and it was known as the gateway to hell. Generations had passed since the pit's discovery, and over time the stories surrounding it had become legend. Mothers would warn their children to stay away, their voices hushed and grave. Even the bravest hunters refused to venture too close to that part of the forest. The pit held a fearsome reputation. Those who dared to approach its edge, it was whispered, would be lured in by unseen forces, never to be seen again. The villagers lived in fear of the pit, their lives dictated by the superstition that surrounded it. They avoided speaking of it directly, referring to it only in hushed whispers and furtive glances. The pit had cast a long shadow over their lives, a constant reminder of the darkness that lay hidden beneath the surface of their world. To them, it was more than just a hole in the ground. It was a symbol of their deepest fears, their unspoken anxieties, and the ever-present possibility of sudden, inexplicable disappearance. The pit and the stories surrounding it served as a constant reminder of the fragility of their existence. They were trapped in a cycle of fear, bound to the legend of the pit. The stories always began the same way, with a curious soul, venturing into the forest, seeking to unravel the mystery of the pit. One such tale, the most chilling of them all, told of a young woman named Ilara. Known for her adventurous spirit and thirst for knowledge, Ilara refused to believe the stories that had terrified generations. Ilara, armed with a torch and a heart full of defiance, ventured into the forest one night. The villagers pleaded with her to turn back, their faces etched with terror. But Ilara was resolute, determined to prove that the pit held no power over them. She would stare into the abyss and return with the truth. She reached the edge of the pit and peered into its depths. The blackness seemed to writhe and coil, as if alive. Then with a gasp, she lost her footing. Whether she slipped or was pulled, no one could say, but one thing was certain: Ilara was gone. She vanished without a trace, leaving behind only her extinguished torch and the echo of the village's terror. Ilara's disappearance cemented the pit's reputation. It became a horrifying reminder of the price of curiosity and the folly of doubting the village's ancient fears. Her story served as a cautionary tale, passed down through generations, ensuring that the pit remained undisturbed, shrouded in mystery and fear. Section 3, Thomas's Descent. Section 4, The True Face of Hell.